engineers. You wouldn't think, Storm, that an engineer would get your attention, but man, like last week, again, just amazing when you have those clutch diffuses. So I'm hoping we see a little MP base. That would be nice.
Well, that's my two classes, Panzer and Eng. You know, it's my loves. I was never a great shooter, so I decided to play some kind of support.
Because
I don't want to hear anything from you about my Panzer, alright? Just because I bait myself half the time.
Alright, it looks like we are going to hop back in. And we are now doing a coin toss, yes?
Attempting to, 1 second.
Yep.
Bust out a euro.
So is this the coin flip for map elimination?
Yep. And we have Cave with tails and Envious with heads.
Well, here we go. Alright, we're going to head back and forth. Here's the War Room tonight, Warwitch on the mic with Nail, Gut, Goose, Merlin, Storm, and Zagoat. Here's your coin. Heads is the infamous wrong universe, yes, but live with it. Sand Trooper. And the tails will be the Tusken Raider. So heads will be Envious.
Is that a slammer from like when you play Pogs?
It's a challenge coin. But yeah, I remember slammers. Let's flip it again. All right. And the verdict, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be tails. Cave are going to win it. Flip those
Can't
up.
fool me, a slammer.
We got a little dynamite
like
party out here.
Field on the server.
Yeah. All right, here's your maps: Beach, Base, Ice, Frostbite, UFO. I forgot about UFO. Assault and Village. So we'll probably see UFO disappear. There goes Base. Anyone surprised? Base out.
No.
No.
And there goes Frost. Good choice by
Also not a
CKY.
surprise. Again, I'm hoping for
I
Assault
like
and
them,
Village.
but they're not stupid.
Dark Angel. No village,
Do
please,
they
no.
eliminate all the way down now?
And down to 2 maps, yeah.
To be honest, if I was US team, I would not want to play Europeans on Village.
I'm telling you, I think Envy likes that map.
I don't know. I would probably eliminate Ice before Village, but I don't know. But my opinion.
I saw what happened at QuakeCon. That was good enough for me.
Dead too.
And they've only gotten better since then.
He's been sitting for 20 minutes, and he just realized his headset isn't plugged in. I'm glad you're not casting, buddy. Glad you can actually hear us now. Like, why is Warwitch not talking?
Like this. Yeah, this cast is horrible.
They're not even talking. Oh, wait a minute.
Does it Cave have to eliminate now?
Yeah, they were asking MerlinatoR a question though.
Alright, gripping stuff, welcome. We're saving our energy. We're going to be ramping up for the action here tonight. Alright, Beach, Ice, UFO, Assault, and Village remain. It is time for Cave to eliminate. There goes Assault, so again, unsurprised.
Again, normal.
Beach, Ice, UFO, and Village. I'm going to say we're going to see Beach and Village, if I had to choose at this point.
You might see
That's what I'm thinking
take
too.
Village out. He may take Village out here.
I'm actually thinking Ice might be the next one out, but we'll see.
You think they'll want to play UFO?
Yeah, there goes
I don't
UFO.
know. I've
Oh, that's
seen.
interesting.
No.
Yeah, I've seen them play
I think
Ice.
Beach will go now.
Not good.
and Village. So here we go.
I think they'll drop Beach now.
So we'll be down to the 2 snow maps that Lieutenant Goose loves
Correct.
very much.
Yeah.
And Cave with the final choice.
And that means that Envious chooses which server the first map is on?
No, I think they just choose the first map.
Yeah, they choose the first map. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cave had a lot of
Cave.
trouble
Goes
with
Beach.
ice last week.
I mean, Ice and Village.
Well, I was half
Told you
right.
Village would be in there.
So welcome back, Village. I guess that's for you, Dark Angel. We're heading back to DOS Village and Ice. 2 very classic matches or maps tonight. Now, I'm not surprised. Thought it would be Beach, but
Guess we're switching servers.
Yeah, so
Village.
Ice or
Watch.
Village. I don't know which server I would choose. Or which map I would choose for my home server.
there's kind of a school of thought, I think, here, Merlin, that I mean, if you're an American team, wouldn't you just expect you're going to lose on Village, so just give it to the Euros and try to beat them on Ice?
Yeah, that would probably be the smartest way of doing it.
They're
Right,
doing
but
Ice
Things
on
on ice is
server.
probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would take Ice on the American server, or on my own server if I was picking between those 2 maps.
Discussion continues. Welcome to Warwitch TV tonight. Lots of casters, and we're locking down the 6v6 in the RTCW Legacy Cup here in a moment. We have the map sorted now. Now we're sorting out server information. It's a very serious business here. Ice and Village. Cave would like to play on a server in Alaska. As far, as close to Europe as they possibly can get.
Yeah, and I mean, they gave him the choice, you know, New York or Chicago. They should definitely choose New York. There's not even a question about it.
Yeah, I don't understand why they would ever pick Chicago.
Yes, Fraulein Natalia sighting in the background. Alright, grabbing the IP. We'll head back to the war room here so we don't spam it. Based on what you guys are seeing, Ice and Village, do you keep to your predictions here? Anyone want to change their predictions?
I like Envy now.
I'm gonna
honestly.
stick with. Actually, I'm gonna stick with mine with Cave on this one.
KU had a lot of
Europeans and
problems
snow maps.
last week on ice, and I think Envy is as just or better than G-Stars with a ping advantage like that.
Alright, and
The
Sam
only
is
problem I foresee is
back in
when we
Cave,
saw
4-0,
Cave
go
play
ahead.
on Village once. Yeah, we saw Cave play on Village once a long time ago, and they had 2 medics on offense rushing from the flag. One of them was watching the tavern, and one of them was pushing to the cemetery. It's just not going to work if you do that. So if they do that, they're going to lose. Hands down, not going to happen. Just not going to win if they do that. So if they've learned from that, and I think it was Homie on the team, if they've learned from that, they'll win on Village. If not, they'll probably get spawn raped, just like Merlin would, you know, so.
Yeah, like I would spawn rate, right? That's right.
You would spawn rape them, you get their spawn time right off the bat. I know how you play.
Merlin, is
Real
that the new
sneaky,
server
you know,
password
go
information?
water.
In my comment is the server we're using, yeah, there's no password.
Alright. Last week, Gabs, right? We had a bunch of Gabs became world famous for joining our server and then coming on Warwitch TV. So, no password, guys. Come have some fun.
think
we
they started
we
a
do have
clan
the
gap.
benefit of having six casters, so
Yeah, we're gonna
that
lock
might
up all
fill
the
up
spots.
server.
Connecting now. Server's full. Ah, well, there you go. All right, server's full. Warwitch can't get in. Gabs is in here. He's going to take over in Shoutcast tonight. Gabs TV.
Yeah, it looks like we need two guys to drop out.
I just broadcasted the IP. All right, well, there you go. If you feel like joining the game, you can. It's right there on the big screen for you. Oh, Lord.
Nobody's getting in, so.
Rule number 1.
It's got a 12-man server.
This is a 16-slot server, it looks like, so two guys are going to have to decide.
All right.
No, I didn't even.
I'm going to stay in
I
here
didn't
with...
even connect to the right servers.
Yeah, I'll stay in here. Anyone that didn't make it in, we'll have you cast off of the delayed stream. So just kind of watch what's happening on mute. I'm in here with Nail. We've got... Yeah, I think we're good. We got Merlin. Yeah, we're good for now. So we can rotate you guys
So we
around,
need
whatever. One person to
we need
drop?
one guy to drop, though. Yeah.
Alright, we're going to do a coin toss between Gut and Punk. So, Gut, call it heads or tails?
I'll call tails.
Alright, here we go. It's going to be heads. So, Gut goes for this
Come on,
round.
Stormtrooper.
And Trooper
Watch
remains.
the stream. Switch.
That's how you solve all of life's problems, by the way, Nail. You flip a coin. A Star Wars themed coin, by the way. That's
Damn right.
how you do it. Alright, we're in
Yeah, so
server.
we've got Warrior here. Even on American service, I understand. In that 3-on-3 cup last week, it took him maybe 1 or 2 games to really get, firing. But once he did, I mean, he was taking down, he was getting like 5-man kills on 3-on-3 by himself. Really, really good play that he was doing, but it took him a while to get warmed up. Hopefully that scrim before the game has
So
helped him.
here's the interesting
He's
factor
a warrior.
here that I want to talk about is, I guess, flying against my logic, which is unsurprising. Envious are going to be playing Ice on their server. Well, actually, no, I think this is what I said. Beat Cave on Ice and expect that you're probably going to lose Village because the European teams know it so well, and then force a decider. Nail, would you say that's what's happening here? I mean, we've got Envious locked down with their solid pings versus much higher pings for Cave on Ice. They win it here, time to head to Village, probably going to lose it, off to, who knows, Empty Beach.
It's off to Village after this.
Well, yes, but let's say
it's
we go to a
2-or,
decider, I'm guessing.
And a decider. I don't think it'll be Beach. I wouldn't have thought it would have been Beach. I think that's going to be hardcore. I think the Envious team probably have a better map selection in terms of what they're good on. They're probably better on maybe more maps, 2 or 3 maps, I think. So if it goes to decider, I think K was definitely lost. I'm not really on their side today, am I?
No, not really. Well,
Looks like we lost Nail.
Yeah, now it's coming down.
yeah. Got the 999 situation, so we'll see if Nail comes back. If not, then we'll bring you back in Gut Shot. Yes, Sharky. Thought we could use a little break from the RTCW background music for a bit. You're going to hear a lot of it. Got Warrior doing some tree hopping here. Lumberjack style.
There's a soldier battle going on in the cave spawn.
Donkey zeroes in. Let me know if that fixed it there, 8s.
with all that 3v3 last week, you know, some of those Envious guys could be warmed up a little bit too, more than Cave. They played so much more last week than Cave did.
Yep.
Well, Cave did play the 6v6 last week, though, as well.
Right, but Envious guys were playing all day long.
All right, my guess
there was
is
times too that Warrior looked good last week.
my guess is Nail is down for the count. So that being said, Gut, if you'd like to hop back in server.
Yeah, I'll hop back in. Is it... wait. Okay, yeah, it's on MerlinatoR. Okay.
So we're just moments away from game start here. Welcome. A little return to Castle Wolfenstein Sunday day or night. Warwitch on the mic. We've got Gut, Goose, Merlin, and Storm. Nail joined us briefly. And we'll hopefully be back here in a moment. Waiting on 7. The United States versus Europe on MP Ice will be your first match, or map rather, followed by the classic MP Village, which I'm predicting is probably going to go to a decider here. Merlin, if they don't win, if having a brain fart, Envious don't win here, they're going to be really hard pressed to win it all, because Village is definitely going to go in favor of Cave.
I wouldn't say it's definitely going to go in favor of Cave, but I'd say it's probably one of Cave's best maps. If they have to play a lot better than they did last week. But I think Envious should win this 2-0. Cave, I don't think they've practiced once with bad ping, so they don't even know how to play in terms of shooting. And, you know, that's going to be the upper hand for the American teams. They're going to actually have played with bad ping quite a lot. So,
Give a big shout out. Big shout out and a salute to Elegy, who's joining the channel. Good to see you, Commander. Welcome. Shesto is saying their ping ain't gonna go past 150. It's probably higher. Ping will definitely be a factor here, as it always is when you have teams of these calibers from these parts of the world squaring off to wage war. Waiting on 7. We'll hop back in server. Probably didn't need to hop on air an hour and a half early. The delays. You always forget the delays. Oh, Lord.
Well, you have a North American team involved. Of course there's delays.
Yeah.
We are slow.
I'm going to dial into the war room here. Hold on. Stand by.
To run special software for the actual live stream.
Yeah.
Dial into
Try to play
Envious.
for now, and then
Find out what the
open it
delay
back
is.
up.
If the software, if software is running, I try maybe unplugging the mouse and then plugging it back in.
I'm just gonna try.
Technical issues. CKY is having some issues, so we'll get him squared away. All right. Let's see how Cave are holding up tonight.
Because if you shoot your gun and then let go of mouse 1, your ammo keeps going down because of all the lag.
Killing time. Very calm and collected, quiet Team Cave, so not much going on there. Well, Merlin, what are we going to talk about now? How are we looking?
It looks like we should start readying up soon.
Okay.
It's CK Waste his problem. I'm not sure what's going on.
Config issues, looks like. This game's all full of config issues.
Abel. He's here for the pre-show. I don't really know that it was much of an exciting pre-show here, Bull. You didn't miss much.
Lots of ragging on ET.
Chatting with CKY here on Facebook. Stand by.
He's in the server now.
Okay.
He did disconnect pretty much instantly the last time he connected, so...
And there it goes again.
Deadeye, welcome. We're on the tarmac. And we are gearing up for the action tonight, Axis versus Allies. 1944 style here on Return to Count's Wolfenstein Sunday, Warwitch TV. Little issues with the Envious team captain is having some problems. And once he's squared away, we'll be hopping in. We do have war room coverage locked down. And about 90 casters.
Might be about an emergency training session for one of the housewives in New Jersey or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Alpha says for some reason his cheats and configs won't work. Stand by. Well, we've got fancy colors in server. Alright, yeah, here's the Rafflecopter. Let's see if we can get back in time. There it goes. Making its way across the screen.
Can't have a match without the Rafflecopter.
We can officially begin. The Rafflecopter has landed. Okay. Well, that's surprising. Ladies and gentlemen, soldiers and soldats, I was killing time. The game is on MP Ice tonight. Envious, the hated American squad versus Team Cave. Who's going to come out on top? We'll find out right now. Game is on. CKY and team making the charge on the Axis push. Incoming against the Allied defense tonight. That being said, Gut, you've got the call. Take it away.
Watching Elusive, who's right behind Donkey as they're going rather slowly up the North Halls right now, and that, well, now there's, oh, and there goes Islam with a major two-banger, takes out Alpha and CKY. It looks pretty even so far here, but there's not a flag grab yet.
Dynamite plant down on the service door. 9:15 here on the clock tonight. Double plant, so will they defuse is the question. Probably not. Here's Warrior guarding his double plants tonight. It's going to get taken out. And no engineer in sight. So the door is down, or will be down here shortly. And we can see then what Warrior and friends of Team Envious can do.
They're pushing in now.
This is a great start by Cave, though. I mean, holding off the flag here for as long as they have. Right, see them start. I mean, they're just going to keep guarding both the hallways here until Envious can prove that they can actually make it in and grab the flag.
All right, 8:24 here on the clock. Storm, you've got the lock. Take it away.
Watching Source right now. Looks like he's trying to get flag. Donkey, good Panzer shot. Now he's got it. So service door down, flag up. Oh, they're going to lose it again. Yeah, Homie's in there. Brasno's in there. They're making another push up hallway. There was a airstrike that didn't work. CKY killing people.
Collective push up the hallway now. Tracking Warrior. The headshot takes down Razbo, and they've captured the forward objective, so those shipping halls now belong to the Axis. Now comes phase 2 of their objective. Make the way to the Allied fortress, steal the documents, and make the return. Still with Warrior here on the first-person perspective tonight. Backed up now by Source. And outside, here we go. might have a grab here
Do some
early.
Spawn camping.
Merlin, your thoughts. Take it away.
Yeah, it's a big push going up long ladder. Elusive's on the docks now, gets taken down by Islam's Panzer. Warrior's on the docks as well, actually.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's just going to jump straight north, looks like. He's got some backup here from a medic. 2 medics. He's making it through the service stalls. I'm going to hand it back over to you, Wolwitch, for the...
Alright, well, Warrior's got it, bounding home into the service hallways now. So, surgical strike, a little struggle early, but this could be a fairly good time. He's going to fall back to Helga's hut, axe to spawn, and gear up. Elusive, and the rest of his squad now on point. V formation, bounding home, 6:33 on the clock. Narrowly avoiding the Panzerfaust of Islam, which does not connect. I gotta ask you this, Merlin. Are they that worried about the cave defense that Warrior has not pushed up? He gets the call right now, though.
Well, they got it very early, so you can play it safe when it's this early. If it was like 8 minutes in, you'd be questioning why he did it, but this early, he's not so bad. They cleared it out.
He also has
pretty
the
much,
pans all the way at the transmitter. Another coming up. Looks like they have a clear path right now to go through. We got a couple of cave coming through the south though, and they're down.
Inside, here's Warrior, he's got it. Okay, as Deadeye said, the bounding Overwatch formation gets it done. And 4-2-4, decent start for Warrior and crew. Roles now reversed. Here's your scores. Let's break it down. Go ahead. We'll hand this over to you, Storm.
Looking at the Panzers first, 6 and 7, 7 and 6, so that was pretty even. Kills are pretty even. Damage is less than 1,000 away, so that's all pretty even. But you know, it looked like Cave was doing a good job holding the flag at the start, but as soon as Envy broke that, I mean, they just pushed right through. I don't know if that's Cave couldn't get set up or what.
Yeah, I gotta say that was a solid offensive round in total there by Envious, and as much shit as I give him, CKY did some great meting there as they were grabbing the flag as well.
We're going to be hopping in the war room here, the Cave Axis offensive war room, in just a moment, and we'll find out how they can respond to this 4-2-4 that has been set by Envious on the United States server here on MP Ice. Waiting on CKY. Last minute discussions of strats. Well, round 1, set 2, roles reversed. And Cave are going to roll in and try to get it done against a solid time of 4-2-4. Game on. Let's head to the war room right now and dial in. Take a listen. Here's Cave on the offense.
I might be able to grab the flag. I'll be close. Ah, one blocked me.
One box room.
Attention.
Here we go, Ocelot now tracking him as he makes
Unlucky.
an attempt through south connection. Dynamite going down, now with Alpha.